sometimes underappreciated, but it's a position that is critical when it comes to minimizing and managing injuries and ensuring players are at their optimum. Lamech Bogonko is a physiotherapist with over 15 years experience and has been a key feature in the National Rugby Sevens team after he was headhunted by former Kenya Sevens head coach, South African Paul True. NTV's sports lead Bernard Ndong tells us more.
When it comes to competitive sports, the focus is largely on the competing athletes, the sportsmen and women, and also the members of the technical bench. But there are also certain individuals who play a very, very key role in the sports ecosystem. On the sports segment tonight, we are focusing on a very special individual, and that is the physiotherapist, and what role they play when it comes to competitive sport, and specifically in the sport of rugby.
I joined a college and did physiotherapy. Then with time I came to realize there's a branch of sports medicine which is very key in sports, and I used to watch a lot of Premier League, so I could see the medics who are treating players and all that. I was a Manchester United fan.
That sparked his passion for sports science. Lamech did his undergraduate degree in sports physiotherapy in South Africa at the University of the Western Cape, and also received a master's degree from the same institution.
I happened now to join the rugby team for the university, where they play the first cup and the first shield, and it's a very big rugby over there. And during that time I also worked with the cricket team for the university, and that's how I ended up getting into the Western Province setups. And I think my interest now became more, because I was more into rugby, cricket and all that. And I think I also managed actually to get into Santos Football Club, where Muso Tieno and Brian Mandela were having their career over there.
After treating a Kenyan player when he returned home, Lamech decided to specialize in rugby. In October 2013, the Kenya Rugby Union appointed South African Paul True as the head coach. True, who had managed the Blitzbokke to a World 7 Series title, reached out to Lamech to be part of his team.
I've known Paul True because I had met him in South Africa. We have worked with some few things here and there. And then he approached me that he wants me to be part of his technical bench.
Lamech is a professional whose main responsibility is to ensure the players are physically adept to train and compete, while also providing key advice on the prevention of injuries. In a high-contact sport such as rugby, injuries are inevitable. His input is definitely vital in the rehabilitation of injured players.
So I think one of the biggest things which we have introduced since I came over, people never used to do the participation screening before the season starts. Those are the things we have brought in, so that there is cardiovascular screening, there is all the body screening, what we want to see, what are your muscle strength, muscle length, what are your conditioning in terms of fitness.
My first tour to New Zealand, I saw that all those players are being massaged, and when they get into the field, they are playing as if they could stretch. And having to see that a human being can reach that elastic limit is quite essential in an athlete.
Lamech marked 10 years in 2023 since he joined Shujaa. He has witnessed the team's varied fortunes, from winning the Singapore Sevens title in 2016, qualifying for the Olympic Games thrice, being relegated from the World 7 Series, players retiring, players revolting over pay, and much more. These intricacies have not distracted him from his core responsibilities. According to him, the game has become more brain than brawn.
I think rugby is changing from what we found in 2013. The sport needed quite bulk guys, and now it has moved into agility and speed, and also into skill.
Ankle and knee injuries are some of the most common among rugby players. Mitigation is central to preventing or reducing their occurrence.
So we give what we call pre-rehabilitation exercises even before the injury. So there is a lot of strength building, joint range of motion and flexibility, and pre-rehabilitation exercises we do consistently.
Yesterday he saw me that I was having like a slight limp. So today he did a very simple trick. He just had to start with a simple tape underneath, then he eventually wrapped the other one on top. A couple of guys here, you find that if he cannot run properly, he just looks at you, sees and says, you have ABCD? Yes. Then once the player admits, now he gets to get into plan of action.
During the World 7 Series, which used to have an average of 10 rounds across the globe in one season, Lamech had to travel to every leg.
It's a very demanding job in terms of travel. You are also out of the country without your family all the time. And I think since I got married in 2013, I actually married at the same time. So it's been like on and off. You are never home, because it's always like 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off, 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off.
He believes a good physiotherapist must understand the sport they are involved in comprehensively. If teams have adequate resources, a psychologist and a nutritionist should also be part of the technical bench.
And don't just pick somebody from the gym to come and train the team. Make sure that you are getting a proper certified sports scientist.
Bernard Dong, NTV Sport.